to check for understanding. Checking for understanding means that you make frequent stops to answer questions such as who, what, where, when, and why while you are reading. For this lesson, we will only be using the first three questions: who, what, and where. Today we are going to go through our book, The Wheel, and stop every so often to ask ourselves specific questions about what is going on using the main idea hand. Now it's your turn to draw your hand in your notebook so you can answer these questions after you read. These questions will include who is the story about, what is happening, and where it is occurring. Let's first look at the cover and ask ourselves if we know who or what the book is going to be about. What is your prediction? Did you guess the wheel? Looking at the first page of our book, it is telling us who or what the book is about. If you guessed the wheel, you are right. This book is about the wheel. Let's now look at your main idea hand. Did you fill in the who on your hand? Your hand should now look like this. Going back to the book, quietly read the next few pages of the book. Can you summarize what you read? This summary will answer your what on the main idea hand. Let's summarize this book on our hand now. On your main idea hand, you should have written that this book is about a wheel that comes off the truck while it is driving and goes all around the town. This wheel went through the school, through a town, through the barn, through a field, over a river, and finally back at the garage with the broken truck. Lastly, we are going to talk about where you think this took place. Since this book is fiction and it does not tell us where it took place, this will be a question you will use inferencing to answer. Remember, making an inference is using what you already know while adding in the picture and word clues to help you answer the question. Where do you think this story took place? On our story hand, you could write in a town, in a city, or even in the country. Let's fill that out on our paper now. On your main idea hand, using the middle finger, write where you think this story took place. I think it took place in the country, so this is what my main idea hand looks like. In conclusion, when checking for understanding, using the main idea hand, you must use these three steps. 1. On a piece of paper, trace your hand. 2. In each finger, starting with the thumb, write who, what, where, why, and how. 3. Answer each question on the hand using what we know from the text. This concludes our lesson on how to check for understanding by asking the simple questions who, what, where, why, and how. Thanks for watching your lesson on checking for understanding using one of our cafe strategies under Comprehension. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.